I am here at the farm, and today I'm gonna do another session with Rarity, and we are going to work on bridling today after I do some groundwork with her. She has not been bridled in who knows how long, so we're just gonna take it slow. I am, however, just gonna start try to bridle her like normal and see how she reacts, and if she, based on her reaction, is how slow or fast I'm gonna take it. This is the little bridle. I might get her a different one. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of blinkers or if she's gonna like blinkers, and these aren't removable. So voiceover Kaylee here. I'm so excited for this video because I'm very excited to start working with her again. And I noticed that she was kind of agitated with me, and I could kind of tell that she was either coming into heat or she was in heat. I think she was coming into heat at this point. She was just irritated with me being in her presence. So I actually thought that she was being a little sore, so I just wanted to check. And as you can clearly tell, she is a little bit irritable or agitated, as well as probably in a little bit of pain from her heat cycle, which happens here and there. Last July, we had to have an emergency vet out because she was in so much pain. We felt so bad for her. And I was just checking to make sure she didn't have any swollen areas, and she did not like that, which is fair. I kept the pressure on when I was touching, just so that she understood that that she needs to relax a little bit, and that I wasn't actually going to hurt her. I just wanted to see. And now we're going to be doing a little bit of groundwork. I started with the lunge whip, but the lunge whip is massive, and I'm just on a lead line, so I did just switch to just using the lead line because I'm like, she doesn't need the lunge whip. She's a very good girl. She listens very well. One of the things I'm working on with her is yielding the hindquarters. Not really specifically. What I'm really focusing on that for is because of her shoulder. She likes to dive inside the circle with her shoulder, and as you can see there, she backed off with her inside shoulder a little bit, so I gave her a release and changed sides. And I dropped the whip. I'm just using the lead line. I'm really just trying to get her to listen to my cues, to just relax, to walk. This pony, before I asked to trot, but just trying to get her to listen to my cues, to get off that inside shoulder a little bit. She used to, where you put her on a lunge line or anything, she would just run and gallop in circles and not relax. So I'm very proud she's coming back into work and she's just walking, because if before I would try to do this years ago, she would just gallop around in a circle. So there I'm lifting my inside hand so that she lifts her head and stops dropping her inside shoulder. She wants to kind of dive bomb into the circle. As you can see here, she gets a little bit irritated, and that's okay. I'm not asking for anything hard. I'm just asking her to kind of yield her hindquarters around the circle instead of dive bombing. And I think here I asked her for the shoulder, and she did. She lifted the shoulder, so I released. It's hard to explain. I try to keep it very short and very brief with her when doing these things. She doesn't need to work very hard, but look how cute she is. I think now I'm gonna just walk her. I'm gonna do a little bit of a trot. She is trained in hand, so I'm gonna back her up. I'm gonna take her for a trot forward and then ask her to whoa. She did that really well, so I didn't find the need to do it again. She's trained very well in hand. She's actually trained. She's an American miniature horse, so she is bred very well. See, she's stacking up for me. Very nice girl. I don't really know what that's called, but I call it stacking up. She did very good. Isn't she just so cute? And now I'm just asking her to yield to my pressure, to move off of pressure. What am I trying to say? To move off the pressure of my hand or my arm when I give her a tap on the hind end. Just trying to get her to keep her front feet planted and just move the hind end. She's getting a lot better at this. I'm just asking for 1 or 2 steps at a time, and There, she did it. She did so good. She wasn't super responsive, but she was responsive, so I released. She really likes the release. She appreciates just walking after she does something. Now we're moving on to the bridle. Now, the bridle, in my opinion, she has a very small head. She's a smaller miniature horse. She's not like a miniature pony. She's literally bred as a miniature horse, so she's very small. She's not a Shetland, so she doesn't have the big features. So this bridle is from a Shetland, and I just think that it's a little too big, so which I will state at the end of the video, I am going to be getting her a different bridle. I don't really know if I want to go with bitless or bitted yet. I'm trying to find a bridle that will do both. So yeah, but we're probably gonna go bitless. She hasn't taken a bit or anything like that, and she looks so dramatic. I promise I was not pulling very hard on it. She was just chomping, and I'm like, I just don't think bits are for her. Like, she works pretty well in a halter. She's just very, very strong. But we can teach her to be soft and go bitless for driving. I just have to find something that's more appropriate, so and then a halter, you know. But yeah, it was just big. I didn't like the blinkers. I don't think that she liked the blinkers too much. She didn't really care. She just didn't like the bit at all, and the bit was a size too big. I think it's a 4-inch. I think she could benefit from a size down. And then I was really dumb. I like walked off. And I'm like, oh, I forgot. She can't see me from the side, which I'll walk off here in a minute. I just wanted to make sure that the bit wasn't causing her any like discomfort too much. But she simmers down a little bit. She just didn't love it. She hasn't had a bit in her mouth in years. I've owned her for 6 years. Never done anything like this with her before, even though she's trained to. But yeah, look at her. She's so cute in her little bridle. But just depending on she started walking because there's an apple tree behind us, and I'm like, we're not getting apples right now. We're not getting apples. But I like walked over. I'm like, dude, she can't see you. Like, I thought that. I'm like, oh, I'm walking and I'm gonna put her. I'm gonna do something. I'm like, she can't see me, so I'm not gonna do anything. Back up. I definitely do think that I am going to get her a different bridle. She took it like she's taken it like a bridle before, just haven't done it in a while. She's it's a little loose, yeah. We're gonna have to get her a different bridle. I just think that her head is so small. We might have to. The bridle, I think I'm definitely gonna get her a new one, just because the blinkers are a little too big. They're not detachable either, I think. Yeah, they're not detachable. I would prefer a bridle without it. And I think she could do with a size down in the bit. This is the bit and the bridle that the harness came with. I think it was for like a pony that was a little bit bigger because he was a Shetland. She's an American miniature horse, so she's a little bit on the smaller side. So we're definitely gonna have to go a size smaller, because I think this is actually like, this bridle is already like at the tightest it can go, and it's first of all, just don't like how big the blinkers are in her face. We'll get this out. Yeah. But she did really good. She took it. Don't put your head up. There you go. She says, what a relief. What a relief, she says. Would you like to be free now? Yeah. Oh, you're gonna eat now? Yeah. Now decompressing, eating her hay. Her hair is all messed up from the bridle. We're gonna have to braid you when we bridle you next time because you got lots of hair. All right, so we bridled her, and just to see like if this bridle would work for her. In my opinion, I think it's just too big. I think the blinkers are too big for her, and the bit could be a size smaller for her. And I think instead of doing it's gonna be really hard, but I want for her, I don't think that she liked the single joint, so I think I'm gonna get her like a mullen mouth or something that is more straight across. If I do go with a bridle, I would like to find a bridle for minis that can do both bitless and bitted. So if anybody knows a company that does that, it doesn't even have to be a driving bridle. She doesn't really need any of the headgear. She's not crazy, and I think that she would just be more comfortable in a smaller bridle and or even bitless. She's just really strong, which we could teach her to be more soft. It's just it's gonna take more time. So, but if anybody knows any miniature horse bridles that can go bitless and bitted, let me know. But today was successful. I like to keep sessions really short with her, 10-15 minutes. She's not used to being handled or worked, and I also think she's getting ready to go into a heat cycle, because I could just tell when I came up this morning she was just really agitated already, and it got real agitated when she was like, "You want to catch me?" She didn't run from me, but she avoided me, which for the last few sessions she hasn't really avoided being haltered. She gets like that sometimes. I think she's just going into a heat cycle because she did not appreciate me touching underneath of her belly, kind of close to her udders, her flank. She didn't like me touching her flank, so I just touched it just to see how she would do. She was fine. Here comes old man to see what we're talking about. He's getting a drink. But yeah, today went really well, and now I know what I need, which is a smaller bridle, which is no problem. It's just tight budget over here, okay? Hi, pretty. Hi, pretty. She did so good, though, for being not too happy with me this morning. I'm gonna take her halter off, and oh, you were so good, baby. Yes, you were. You were so good. She was so good. I can't really see because the sun is literally so bright. But I'm really happy that we're actually able to do something with her and to drive her, and it'll be exciting. But just got to get some more equipment that works better with us. So smaller bridle, because she does have a small head. And I think everything else will do just fine. She's coming. Excuse the mess. It's messy back here. Hi, handsome. And this is Jockey's. Well, we call him Jerry. Huh? Don't we? Handsome. Did you get your breakfast? He says I'm old, and I like my shelter, and I hate flies.